It was a beautiful vintage car that had been passed down in the family for generations. But as soon as Emily got behind the wheel, she knew there was something off about it. The car had a strange energy to it, and every time she drove it, she felt like she was being watched. At first, Emily tried to ignore the feeling, but things quickly took a turn for the worse. One night, as she was driving home, the car suddenly accelerated on its own, as if someone else was in control. Emily tried to regain control of the car, but it was like the steering wheel had a mind of its own. The car took her on a terrifying joyride through the countryside, with Emily screaming for help the entire time. Eventually, the car came to a stop on a dark, deserted road. Emily tried to get out, but the doors were locked from the inside. Suddenly, she heard a voice whispering in her ear. It was a ghostly voice, and it spoke of death and vengeance. Emily was frozen with fear, unable to move or even speak. The car started moving again, this time in reverse, and Emily saw the ghostly figure of a woman in the rearview mirror. The woman had a look of pure hatred on her face, and Emily knew that she was in grave danger. The car came to a sudden stop, and the doors unlocked themselves. Emily stumbled out of the car, shaking with fear. As she looked back at the car, she saw the ghostly figure of the woman standing beside it, watching her. From that day on, Emily refused to drive the car, but it seemed to have a life of its own. It would start up on its own, and she could hear the sound of the ghostly woman's laughter coming from inside. Eventually, Emily had no choice but to sell the car, but she knew that whoever bought it would be in grave danger. The car was haunted, and there was no escaping its wrath. As the car drove off into the night with its new owner, Emily could hear the ghostly woman's laughter echoing in her mind. She knew that the car would continue to wreak havoc and destruction, and that no one would be safe from its wrath. The haunted car had claimed another victim, and Emily was left to wonder if she would ever be truly free from its curse. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.